Hi y'all. Today I will be talking about the jigsaw method. Ideally, this is for 3rd through 12th graders. You're going to need your lessons to be divided into separate segments. For example, if I'm teaching the life cycles of a butterfly, I'm going to divide each group and assign each member of the group part of the life cycle. So my A's are going to get eggs, my B's are going to be caterpillars, my C's are going to be the chrysalis, and my D's are going to be the butterfly. Now, all of my A's will only have the egg information, all of my B's will only have the caterpillar information, and so on and so forth. I will not give the other students the information about the other life cycles because they don't need it. If I do that, then they're not going to get the information. The jigsaw method isn't going to work. Like, if they just have the information on their own, then they're going to work on their own. So we want to make sure that we're only giving the information to the student that needs it. So what is it? It's a cooperative learning technique that successfully reduces racial conflict and increases positive educational outcomes. In short, kids have to work together. And regardless of their ethnicity, their gender, their age, they have to learn the material, and that person has to teach them. So it doesn't matter what you think about that person. If you want a good grade, you're gonna do it, hands down. So there's most of the students' motivation, getting a good grade. Here's how the breakdown works. If you have a classroom of 16 students, you're gonna have 4 groups. You're going to have your home group and your focus group. Your home group is where they start and finish. The focus group is where they are in between. Focus groups are also known as expert groups. Here's what their home group looks like: A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Their focus group, all A, all B, all C, all D. So what's going to happen in the home group, they're going to get their assignments, and then they're going to go to their focus group where all of the A's are going to study about the eggs and answer all the questions they possibly can about the eggs, and all the B's are going to answer all the questions about the caterpillar that they can. And then after that, students are going to go back into their home group, and the A's are going to teach everything they can about the eggs, and the B's, C's, and D's are going to ask any questions that they can about the eggs. And the B's are going to say anything they know about a caterpillar, and A, C, and D are going to ask about the caterpillar, and so on and so forth until the information is learned. After that, students will work on the classroom assignment or whatever group presentation may follow. You might be starting to, kind of wonder why I'm putting such an emphasis on the fact that each student has to have his own specific information and not anything else. In order for this to reduce the racial conflict, like I said, it does have to, you have to have different members of different ethnicities, different ages, different genders in each group. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. What it does do, it promotes positive interdependence. It ensures individual accountability. It gives each student responsibility and high expectations. If we know anything about a jigsaw puzzle, if we've ever put one together, and I know we have, what we do, we put all the pieces together, but if we're missing a piece, that puzzle's never complete. You can't get the whole picture, and you don't take in all the information because you're missing pieces. So every single part of a jigsaw piece, like every piece of a jigsaw puzzle, is essential. Every single piece. Like, there's not one piece alone that is greater than another. That's why the jigsaw method works, because there's no piece alone that has greater value than another. Every piece depends on the other to make this complete picture. Therefore, every student is essential, and that's really mirrored. And when students feel essential, they're more willing to work. I really am becoming passionate about this learning technique that I just heard about. But it's actually pretty cool. They talked about how in Austin, Texas, in the 70s is when this method kind of came about. In Austin, desegregation had just started, and they had students that were still competing to get the teacher's attention and competing to get good grades. And by eliminating that competition, the racial conflict kind of went away, because regardless of that student's color or that student's English proficiency, it didn't matter, because that student was their grade. If they didn't include that student and they didn't get everything that that student had to offer, then they weren't getting a good grade. So they learned that they had to work with that person, and it really promoted a sense of equality. And they started to realize that that person really is not what we thought he was, and they helped him to communicate better. And that gave that student more motivation to talk in class and more self-esteem to have the confidence to be able to just talk without stammering or feeling shy or feeling flustered or frustrated, which a lot of ELLs are familiar with, I guess is a good way to put it. But this method really is going to help with our ELLs, but I think it'll help with promoting a positive environment and a safe learning environment, period. Like ELLs or not, I think it's going to be a really good and effective method. For more, go to jigsaw.org. And here are some other links I use, but I will post them. ESL Jigsaws is really awesome. I'm over my 7 minutes. Bye.